Okay, now so today we will discuss the carrier generation and the recombination. So before discuss the carrier generation and recombination, we want to first define the what is the generation process and what is the recombination process. Now generation is the process in which the electrons and holes are created, and the recombination is the process where the electron and holes are annihilated or recombine. Okay, so in any deviation for the thermal equilibrium will change the, we have previously so far we have discussed the thermal equilibrium, the concentration, so far we have calculated the electron concentration of the hole concentration, and that electron and the hole concentration we have calculated only at the time of the thermal equilibrium. That means in the thermal equilibrium, any deviation from the thermal equilibrium will tend to change the electron and the hole concentration in the semiconductor. Now a sudden increase in temperature, for example, will increase the rate of at which the electrons and hole are thermally generated. Now in this picture you can see that this is your valence band and this is your conduction band. Now a hole, you can see that a hole is being created here in the valence band, and as well as a electron is being created at the conduction band. Okay, and this is the generation process, and also a electron is being recombined with the hole, that means the electron hole recombination process. Now any sudden increase in temperature will increase the, this is the rate at which the electron is generated, and this is the rate at which electron are recombined. Now any sudden increase in temperature, for example, will increase the rate at which electrons and holes are thermally generated, so that their concentration will change with time until the new equilibrium value are reached. Now as the temperature increases, new electron hole pair is generated, so the generation of electron hole pair will be increase, generation rate of the electron and the hole pair will be increased if we increase the temperature. So and further new thermal equilibrium value is reached. An external excitation such as the light, I have already discussed what is light, a flux of photons, also can generate electron and holes, creating a non-equilibrium condition. To understand the generation and the recombination process, we first consider direct band-to-band generation and the recombination, then later effect of allowed energy state within the band gap referred to as the traps on recombination. That is different. First we will discuss the direct band-to-band generation. And what is the direct band-to-band generation? I have already said that what is direct band gap semiconductor. Direct band gap semiconductor means the conduction band minimum and the valence band maximum lies in the same level. That is the direct band-to-band generation and the recombination. So we will only consider this type of semiconductor. And one more note here, that the silicon is not a direct bandgap semiconductor. You must know that the silicon is not a direct bandgap semiconductor. Direct bandgap semiconductor example is compound semiconductor like gallium arsenide or indium phosphide, like that. Okay. That is a different issue. So thermal equilibrium, in the case of the thermal equilibrium, the generation rate and the recombination rate is the same. Now non-equilibrium condition means this generation rate and the recombination rate may change. Okay. Now the semiconductor is in equilibrium. Now in the case of the semiconductor is in equilibrium, thermal equilibrium means thermal equilibrium. So thermal equilibrium, concentration of electrons and hole in the conduction band and valence band are equal, and in thermal equilibrium these concentration are independent of time. However, the electrons are continually being thermally excited from valence band to the conduction band. Okay, electrons are thermally excited from the valence band into the conduction band by the random nature of the thermal process, the process at which the electrons and hole generated. Now we are considering only the thermal process. Okay, this is the thermal process. That means the semiconductor has kept at a room temperature, and due to the temperature the electrons and hole beings created into the valence band and the conduction band respectively. Now in this thermal process, electrons are continually being excited from the valence band to the conduction band, and at the same time electron moving randomly through the crystal in a conduction band may come into close proximity of holes and falls into the empty state into the valence band. After excitation to the conduction band, it will move randomly and encounter a hole in its path, and that process can be described that it can be recombined with a hole. Okay, that means these electron while moving into the conduction band may come into the close proximity of holes and fall into the empty state into the valence band. This recombination process annihilates both the electron and the hole. Since the net carrier concentration are independent of time, in thermal equilibrium, the rate at which the electrons or holes are generated and rate at which they are recombined must be equal. Okay, so in thermal equilibrium, the generation rate and the recombination rate, thermally generation rate and thermally recombination rate, electrons and holes thermal generation rate respectively given as Gn0 and Gp0, and unit is carrier per centimeter cube second. Okay, now for the direct band to band generation, electrons and holes created in pairs. As the electrons and holes are created in pairs, this is electron generation rate, this is hole generation rate. So as the thermal equilibrium case, electrons and holes are created in pairs like that. One electron generated, one holes are generated. So these are called the electron hole generation in pairs. So that's why this generation rate must be equal to the electron concentration rate must be equal to the hole concentration rate. And let Rn0 and Rp0 electron recombination rate and the hole recombination rate, and the unit is obviously the same, per centimeter cube second, number of carriers per centimeter cube seconds. So both these are also equal. So in the thermal equilibrium case, we can say that the generation rate of electrons, generation rate of holes, recombination rate of electrons and the recombination rate of holes are all equal. This is the thermal equilibrium case. Now any deviation of the thermal equilibrium is called the non-equilibrium condition. Now the next topic that is our discussion is the excess carrier concentration. That means how excess carrier is being generated. Okay, so this is excess carrier concentration. Now some of the additional notation must be introduced in this respect. Now the electrons in the valence band may be excited into the conduction band when high energy photon are incident onto the semiconductor. Now when this happens, not only an electrons are created into the conduction band but a hole is created into the valence band also. Thus electron hole pair is generated. The additional electron holes are created is called the excess electron and the excess holes. The excess electrons and excess holes are generated by external force at a particular rate. Okay, that means excess carrier generation rate. Suppose there is a semiconductor. Now inside the semiconductor, electrons and holes are created due to the thermal generation process inside the semiconductor, and that generation rate and how the generation rate is represented by this generation rate and the recombination rate. Now suppose this in this side of the semiconductor is illuminated with the help of a light. Okay, now here due to the application of light at that portion of the semiconductor, new electron hole pairs will be generated. That means the excess electrons hole pair will be generated due to the application of light, and this is different from the thermal equilibrium generation rate. So that is called the excess carrier electrons or the excess electrons and the excess holes, and this has been created. That means these excess electrons or the excess holes are generated by the external force at a particular rate. Okay, and this has been represented by Gn prime. Gn prime is the excess generation electron rate, and Gp prime, this is called the excess hole generation rate. Now when excess electrons and excess holes are being created, the concentration of electrons into the conduction band and the holes in the valence band increases above their thermal equilibrium value. So what I am trying to say, that whenever the semiconductor is in thermal equilibrium, this is your semiconductor. Now due to the thermal process, two processes simultaneously happening. So whenever it is kept at a certain temperature, there is a thermal process is going on. Suppose the semiconductor is kept at the room temperature. Okay, so what happens inside the semiconductor? That means this from the valence band to the conduction band, the electrons are being generated, and from the conduction band to the valence band, this is the generation, this is the recombination happening, and this is the generation rate of electrons, and this is the recombination rate of electrons, generation rate of holes, recombination rate of holes, that is happening inside the semiconductor. And for that purpose, the number of electrons generated is N0, number of electrons holes inside the semiconductor is P0 at any instant of time. Okay, so that is the case of the thermal equilibrium. That means n0 number of electrons is being generated, p0 number of holes is being generated into the thermal equilibrium. Now whenever we are talking about the excess carrier concentration, that means we are providing some external force. This external force may be in the form of a light that is provided at one side of the semiconductor, and due to the application of the light, excess electrons are being created at that portion. Okay, as the excess electrons is being created here, okay, that electrons or the holes is being represented, electrons is obviously being represented into the conduction band, and the excess electron that has been created represented by the excess electrons, this is the excess holes, and also the thermal equilibrium electrons and holes is being represented by this is the thermal equilibrium value whenever only temperature is uniform, temperature is applied onto the semiconductor, like the semiconductor is kept at the room temperature, like this semiconductor is kept at the room temperature. Now apart from this, whenever we expose this semiconductor, one portion of the semiconductor is exposed to the light, then this number of excess electrons and the excess holes is being created. So now the total number of electrons is now represented by thermal equilibrium value plus excess electron concentration, and holes is being represented by thermal equilibrium value plus excess holes that is being created due to this optical process. So that is the new case that is been happening, and that is different from the thermal equilibrium value. This is the thermal equilibrium value, and upon the thermal equilibrium value, new value has been imposed, and this new value is the excess carrier concentration. So I have just write down the notation here, N0 and P0. This is called the thermal equilibrium electron or the hole concentration. Okay, N and P, this is called the total, okay, this is called total electron or hole concentration. Del N, excess carrier concentration, it is represented by N minus N0. Okay, this is excess electron or hole concentration, and this is also dp. dp is represented by p minus p0, excess electrons or the excess hole concentration. And next notation is gn prime and gp prime. This is the, I have discussed this, excess electron and the hole generation rate. So this is your excess electron or hole generation rate. Okay, and this is the complementary, excess electron and the hole, excess electron and hole recombination rate. This is excess electrons and the hole recombination rate. And the another thing we will discuss after some time, that means tau n0 and the tau p0. This is the excess carrier, not carrier, minority carrier lifetime. So excess minority carrier electrons, minority carrier may be electrons or minority carrier may be holes, that lifetime is being represented by tau n0 or tau p0. Okay, so that is the different notation. Now all of you know that the mass action law. Now in the case of the mass action law is only valid for the thermal equilibrium value. Whenever the semiconductor is deviated from the thermal equilibrium value, or it is in the case of the non-equilibrium condition, that means the mass action law, all of you know that the mass action law is n0 into p0 equal to ni square. That is the mass action law. So mass action law notation is n0 and p0. n0 is p0 is the concentration of the thermal equilibrium. So mass action law is only applicable to the thermal equilibrium value, okay, or the thermal equilibrium condition. When the semiconductor is non-equilibrium condition means whenever the semiconductor is exposed to external force and that created the extra electron and the hole concentration inside the semiconductor. At that condition, mass action law is no longer valid. That means you cannot say that the electron concentration into hole concentration is not equal to N0 into P0. Okay, so mass action law is no longer valid in the case of the non-equilibrium condition. And what do you mean by the non-equilibrium condition? Non-equilibrium condition means in that condition non-equilibrium, we have exposed the semiconductor to the external force here as the photon of light, and that photon of light is responsible for generation of extra electron and holes, and at that condition mass action law is no longer valid. That is the case. Okay, so I have clearly differentiate what is the equilibrium condition and what is the electron and the hole concentration being represented in the equilibrium condition, and what do you mean by the non-equilibrium condition or the deviation for the equilibrium condition. That is the whenever we expose the semiconductor to the external force, and that external force may be in terms of voltage, temperature, or the photon of light, flux of lights, anything, and in that case extra electron hole pair is being generated, and at that condition the mass action law is no longer valid. So that's why we have written down here the mass action law is no longer valid in the case of the non-equilibrium condition. Okay, so steady state generation of excess electron and the hole will not cause a continued build up of carrier generation as in the case of the thermal equilibrium. Now in the case of the thermal equilibrium, what happens? The generation rate of electron and the generation rate of hole are being equal, so we are not building up carrier concentration, we are not building up excess carrier concentration. Now in the steady state generation of electrons and the hole, that means that we are creating the excess electrons, we are creating the excess hole, but that is also in the steady, if this concentration is this reached in a steady state condition. Steady state means number of electrons generated equal to the number of holes in the excess condition, then also we are not building up the any carrier. Thus in the thermal equilibrium condition we are not building up any carrier, so that is also in the process of the excess electron and the hole recombination case. Okay, so the recombination rate of the excess electrons is denoted by Rn prime, and the excess holes by Rp prime. Okay, so both parameter have unit like this, only represented by this unit. The excess electrons and the hole recombine in pair, so the recombination rate must be equal. So this recombination rate must be equal. So in the direct band to band semiconductor, so how do we create the excess electrons on the excess holes inside the semiconductor? So whenever we suppose this is the semiconductor, we have exposed the semiconductor here. In the case of the electron concentration in the thermal equilibrium value, this is N0 and the thermal equilibrium value is P0 here. Okay, this is your EC, this is your EV. Now whenever expose the semiconductor to the flux of light, then what happens? This is the excess holes is being created here, this is the excess electrons is being created here. Okay, that is the case. So this is the creation of excess in electron density, and this is the difference between this. Okay, difference means this is the thermal equilibrium case and this is the excess carrier generation case. Okay, and also whenever recombination is happening inside the semiconductor, then the reverse case is happening. Okay, so it's a recombination of excess electrons on holes means this has been the recombination case, but the thermal equilibrium value remains constant. So we must in the direct band to band recombination, with that considering recombination occurs spontaneously, that is the probability of electron hole recombination is constant with time. The rate at which the electron recombine must be proportional to the electron concentration and the hole concentration. Now that we will discuss, and from there we will try to relate how the excess electron concentration, that means excess electrons is being created in the one portion of the time, and how these excess electrons is related to is, suppose here the number of electrons here is delta N0 at this portion of the semiconductor where the light exposure happens, and how it is being decreases with time at the distance. Okay, so that we will, at the time elapses how this electron concentration is varied, that we will try to describe through some sort of equation. That means we must first consider the equation. I am just writing the equation right now, and we must derive this equation. That means delta nt, okay, excess carrier, excess electrons generation rate with respect to time, okay, and that is being represented by e to the power minus alpha r p0 t. If the semiconductor is p type or n type, that depends. If the semiconductor is p type, that is the equation, and that is also represent, we will derive this equation, don't worry about that. And e to the power minus t divided by tau n0. Tau n0 is the lifetime, minority carrier lifetime. This is the minority carrier lifetime. So from there one can easily say, from just seeing this equation, is that after spending some amount of time the carrier is generated. Now if we just see at t equal to 0, and if we just see t equal to 5, that means the number of excess electron that is being generated, or carrier that has been generated, that has been obey some exponential decaying relationship, like that, okay, where the light has been exposed at t equal to 0, so number of carriers is higher here. So as you go on, just we increases the time, or go on the time after 5 seconds, we just see after 5 seconds or 5 millisecond, the number of carriers have been decreased. That has been represented by this equation, okay. That equation relationship we are just trying to find out, okay. So okay, we will derive the equation in the next class. That's all for today.